Good morning, everybody. Good to have everybody back here. Took a little stroll yesterday, so I hope if you didn't watch that little walk that I took outside at the lake, go check it out, as well as my other videos. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I appreciate it. Breaking news. Breaking news. We needed 2 subscribers for 700. We smashed the crap out of it. 705. Boom. Psh, 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 psh. Let's hear it for you folks once again for giving me the support in 705. Gets a little nauseating, that applause, doesn't it? But I got to use it more strategically. I hope today finds all you people well, healthy and well, stable. Get your game plan together and enjoy life. Enjoy life. The Jets, happy Sunday, 700. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. The New York Jets, 15. You know, I'm a real human being. I appreciate stuff like that. I appreciate it. 400 videos, probably around 410 now. 700. I think we're at 705. I think the more I get, the more I want. The more I get, the more I want. So, thank you, Mike Franzese, Joey Merlino, John Alite. Thank you for that. Thank you. Sammy Gravano, Gene Borrello. Thank you for being in the community. And let me talk about you. Give me something to talk about. So I appreciate everything because it was a milestone. Arthur Shawcross, hold the press. Arthur Shawcross, serial killer, Rochester. Used to come to the racetrack in the late 60s and 70s. Good morning, Leon Swab. First subscriber over here. Thank you very much. I'm at 705. Sold to the man in the back. Arthur Shawcross, serial killer, circa 1981, 75, 81. Used to come to the racetrack, stand 10 feet from us, me and my ma, and maybe my sister or brothers was there. Wore a snorkel jacket. Remember the jackets back then? The green jackets that came out? MK, thank you. Good morning. So he used to come to the track, Arthur Shawcross, and would stand outside on the track apron. The apron is where you stand to watch the track. The horses go around the track. And then he would go, right when you go back inside the building, there would be a bar. So if you're outside, the bar is 15 feet in there. And he used to lurk around the bar looking for drunk women to rape and kill. And I remember telling my ma, maybe I'm 10, 11, or whatever, I said, Ma, that guy gives me the creeps. He gives me the creeps, that guy. Because when, you're at the track, if you got a racing form, you're interacting, or you're into the horse racing thing. But he used to stand there and just observe potential prey. And I seen him look at me one time, and he looked at my mom, and my mom was very beautiful, and it sent a and I said, Ma, I don't like that guy over there. I was a young kid, but I think I wasn't brought up to be violent. I was taught love and respect. But I think I could have smashed his face in with a bat. If somebody said, "Yeah, it's okay, smash him," he was like a demon. He was like a demon. And um, a lady came up missing that was the mother of one of my friends, and she used to frequent that bar. And I don't mean to, touch on that for the value of subscribers, but she came up missing and they found her locally. And I believe he did it. I believe he did it because she used to hang out at the bar. And forgive me, I don't mean any disrespect to the family, but she was a hustler. And I think she fell into a snare, and he did it. He did it. So I thank everybody for helping me out in here. And one of my coworkers, the New York Jets 15, one of my coworkers was such a back in the day, and Arthur gave him a ride from Victor to Penn Anthony. He was up and down Lyle Avenue. There was an OTB up there, off track betting, and it was a host roll, prostitutes, and he would prey on them or any other vulnerable prey. That when you see these serial killers and they say, well, why do these serial killers always have like three names? John Wayne Gacy, well, Charles Manson didn't, Ted Bundy didn't. Well, some have, Ted Allen Dawson. But when you hear numbers about serial killers, and just say, for example, they say, serial killer, somebody has 12 murders. You multiply that times 3. Just like hitmen in the mob. Some of the hitmen were just bloodthirsty people. Yeah. Yeah, Jets, that's true. Hey, Mo Ellie. And some would just kill for money or just kill for loyalty to their family. Yeah, but man, Arthur Shawcross, if there was a crowd of 50 people, you could see this psycho presence. It would radiate out of a crowd. You could see this is he sticks out like a sore thumb. Complete Mama Luke. Complete. That's all. Tell us the story about Sammy the bullshit. Now he double-crossed everybody he knew. There's some descendants. I don't know who they are, wannabes or some people that run around one time. And I was at the track and they're like, "Oh, you bashing that Sammy the Bulk of..." What, are you a spokesperson? What are you a spokesperson to tell me whatever? Or how about no? Now I'm gonna just bash him even more. I'm not into violence and all of that, but but these serial killers, man, you got the guys like Roy DeMeo and things like that. But there was an old timer. Now, I don't know if you want to call my godfather a serial killer in the definition of like what you perceive as a psychopathic serial killer, but if you got a lot of bodies, then you must, if that definition fits. But he was just a regular guy to me with a past as he had. And you see that lake I was walking around yesterday, I'm sure he used that conveniently when he was around. and I know his tentacles. Well, alleged. Everything here is alleged. Everything's alleged. Everything's 10 hand account. All right. Everything here is story time, allegedly. But I think that in the falls in Western New York, because that was Colombo down there, Mike Franzese, Colombo down there, and he might have had more allegiance to the Colombos. And I believe that he come to Western New York to do work because Sam, the boss, had a motley crew. I mean, that's disrespectful, but I really don't know how to describe it. Some sharp guys, but if there was work that probably had to be done, he probably came up and took care of some things, and they probably ended up at that lake. I'm just guessing. Mm, yeah. The Iceman, the judge said, "Why did you do it?" And he said, "It was due to business." They asked the Iceman, Richard Kuklinski. They said, "Well, you gave him a shot, and you gave him a shot, a needle. You gave him a shot, and the guy died." He said, "They said, what was in the shot?" He said, "Death." What was in that shot? Richard Kuklinski. He said, "Death." Emotionless, no emotions, just talking like, what color was the car? Well, it was blue. What was in the needle? Death. Same emotion. Is that due to coping with these things, or is it just the way they are? They don't care. It don't affect people. They're wired in certain ways, and the killers that would be loving and show kindness and be generous, and then they can have another side to them. But I thank all you guys. 7:05. I didn't know we'd actually get this high, my good people. I don't know. And I one more applause for you guys. I know I'm a sentimental, wishy-washy guy, but F it. Arthur Shawcross. Richard Cook Clinton. Now, why applaud these? Forgive me, God. Today's Sunday. Jeez. Sacrilegious. So let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, I had to switch that. EB23, everybody out there, thank you, EB23. I had it on some setting, and it showed a lock on it. It showed a lock. I had to go back later because I was wondering why it wasn't showing on my screen, like, and it had a lock on it, so I had to go back in there. Yeah, you know, you get old a little. Yeah, I watched Jimmy Calandra's videos a while back. A while back. A lot of the stuff is commonplace, and you heard most of the stories about all these different types of things. And of course, it's the same topic, and it's different along with different things. But there's someone out there for everyone. And, I thank Mike Franzese, Sammy the Bulgravano, Joey Merlino, Gene Borrello, that, in this community, whether I've bashed you or praised you, I thank everybody, for being there, that I can bash or praise. And that's it. You know who my favorite is? John Alite. He's way more the real. If there's a dangerous guy in the mob, it's John Alite, even though he wasn't a made man. Just because you have a label or whatever to a fraternity or something like that, it it doesn't it doesn't equate to whether you're how cold or callous or dangerous you are. There's guys that were never in the mob that were way more dangerous, and I knew a few of them. They were just lone rangers, and they went and robbed, and they kept the money. So these guys want to join the mob and do all this stuff, and then they're earners. Earn for yourself. Earn for yourself. Jeez. You got to hand the money here. You got to hand it here. You're earners. I was running around making a couple of dollars, but if I had a chance to roll one of them guys that I was with and they got drunk or passed out or something like that, I robbed their asses. Oh, Joe, well, I thought you were scared and timid and submissive to them and all that. Yeah, at times I would do that. Other times it was a facade because I could play psychological warfare. I could play mental hopscotch. So you gotta have a balance of things for each person, but don't pass out when you got money all over your lap and everything. Don't pass out in my car because I'm gonna rob you and then drop you off at some slut's house at 3 o'clock in the morning, knock on the door and say he's all yours. And then when he wakes up with with half his money gone, he's gonna think she did it. God forgive me. God forgive me. But I wasn't getting paid enough. So robbing the mob. Little innocent old me. I robbed the shit out of them. Rob them. They're all going to blow their money anyways. They're all degenerate gamblers. Guy have 3, 4, 6,000 on him on a Tuesday. It's gone by Friday. It's gone. I hear them talking, oh, Jimmy, let me get another 100. I'm thinking, the guy just had a big bankroll. They're borrowing money between each other. Then the boss got sick of these advances. Well, Sam, let me get another thou out of my whatever. Were they on salary? These associates and soldiers are on a salary. Are there deductions out of their check? Fascinating, folks. Fascinating. So we're over 700 subscribers, and I thank you and everybody that's been riding with me. Any future people that come in here, I'm different than them other guys. I'm a real person. I like to have fun. We laugh. We rock and roll. That's how we do it. EB23. Mike Franzese multiple times called the mafia an evil lifestyle. True or grain of salt? Mike Franzese thinks he's cute. An evil lifestyle, Mike. Yeah, it's an evil. He's trying to be dramatic. EB23. I'll tell you something. The mob and the friendships and everything on was 85% of the time, 90% of the time. I mean, no. The mob. What? Treachery and all that stuff. 10% of the time. 90% of the time, fun, laughter, eating, gambling, rocking and rolling. Here's your evil lifestyle, Mike Franzese. You're evil. You're evil. You're evil to the YouTube genre. You're the mafia was an evil lifestyle. Now listen, Billy and Sally. What evil? You were in a hole, Mike Franzese. You were in a hole. You were in a hole. How come there's nobody out there telling stories about what you and somebody else doing something, or you and this guy or whatever? You were sitting in an office in New York City. You're sitting in an office like Pee Wee Herman pencil neck, spewing all this garbage on YouTube. Let's hear it for that Chronic liar Mike Franzese. Let's hear it for that chronic liar Mike Franzese. Calls himself a mafia boss in his thumbnails, as we're well aware of. He wasn't any integral part of no crime family or no nothing. Like this, like that. Persico and all them guys, Gene Lane. If they were all around, you would never hear another mobster saying, well, that's when Mike Franzese came by and did this or that. He's never in anybody else's stories. There are other guys were in the Colombo family and different families. There's no other stories about Mike Franzese. Yeah, of course, he was in the mix of all that. They put a pin on him because he had millions of dollars. And all the shot callers were there were other, he wasn't no shot caller. That's YouTube. It's just entertainment. Just tell lies. And if you get subscribers, that's it. He's good at it. He's got more than me. The way I perceive him, as far as legitimacy and all that other stuff, he don't exist on that scale. And he's the number one YouTube mob persona. There you go. Barnum and Bailey said a sucker is born every minute. So true. But it doesn't come down to that. The truth serum. He's got millions to spend on production. But he speaks like a Mama Luke. He talks down on people. You know why he was never hanging out with anybody? And you don't hear other fellow mobsters talking about Mike Franzese? Because he was a Mama Luke. That's why. That's why. Fathered in by his father. That's why. Forgive me. It's Sunday, and but that's the way it is. I can't handle my opinions sometimes, but that's the way it is. He's got 8,000 million subscribers. God bless him. I don't care what the numbers say. I don't care if he's got productions and bells and whistles. He ain't a better speaker and communicator and entertainer than me. That's the way I look at it. I'm the king of YouTube. I just have to wait for the world to catch up to me. That's all. YouTube, talk show, anything. I can carry it. I'm better than all them clowns. These former mobster clowns running around. The only reason why you see these guys is because they cooperated. They were failures in the mob. Your YouTube heroes were failures in the mob, but who cares? They tell entertaining stories. But us real Italians and Sicilians, we look at it as a failure. They'll say, well, who cares about a successful YouTube channel? They were scrubs. They were scrubs. So you can hang your hat and say, well, they got big channels and everything else. Real people, real wise guys, real old timers, real thinkers would know if they figured things out. These guys were scrubs. They got busted. They couldn't think of strategies. Like, I was walking around that lake yesterday. The water coffin. They couldn't think of strategies. They got caught. So their strategies found them busted, cooperating with the FBI. Your YouTube hero, mafia heroes, are failed mobsters. But they're successful YouTube bullcrappers. That's all you have. That's what you got in this genre. That's all. I could tell stories, but I believe I'm confident. I'm well-spoken. I'm well-educated. I'm book smart. I'm street smart. I'm a half a stand-up comic. I'm way better. I'm waiting for the world to catch up to me when I have 100,000 subs. That's all I'm doing. And I'm just fighting uphill, upstream, and I'm not stopping. I got my good people in here helping me out. That's good. How can you sit up there, Joe, for an hour unscripted? It's easy. It's easy. I'm a natural. I love people. I like to talk, and I like to shed light on some things. I could carry a network show without a teleprompter, unedited, unedited. I have to be confident. My mother told me there's nothing you could do anything, Jojo. You folks could do anything. And I'm also a motivational speaker, of course. You hear all my videos, 400. I also was a therapist, freelance therapist once upon a time. I'm a Renaissance man, and I love the action. I love the action. I like to smoke cigarettes. I like to drink coffee. I like to hang out with good friends. I like to laugh. I like to gamble. That's all. That's all, folks. And I like to try to raise people's thinking up. That's all. You guys got to go out. You watch all this genre, you guys, and then you go out. You watch me for a half hour, then you go out into the world, and then you do your thing. You're good enough to come in here and visit me and help support my channel. Of course, I want goodwill on you folks. Of course. I want you to have health, wealth, and prosperity. Maybe then I might start getting some donations. You know, I didn't start begging until after 400 videos, so I'll call myself a beggar before you guys do, but I like to have fun. Here, you want to actually buy something that's good? There's me. $4 years old to 60 years old. I'm starting to look older, man. You know, like telltale signs of age is the neck. The neck. And it appears that I have this dent in my forehead. Where'd that come from, folks? I don't want to get the ostrich neck. Am I going to have to start wearing turtlenecks? Man. What can you do? That's all. We have fun. I'm happy I'm still alive at 60, so it's all good. It's all good. So I can't thank you good people enough. Let me just give these guys a shout out. EB23, the New York Jets, Mo Alley. I think that's it. Michael K. Leon Swan. Good old Leon Swan. Within my first 5 subscribers, might have been my first or second subscriber, Mario Mendez, and said, "Great show, Joe. Continue. You're doing a good job." You know, I thought, wow, somebody watched me and liked me. Please hit the like button and like me. You know, hey, we're all emotional creatures. We're all emotional creatures. Somebody took the time out, watched me, blah, 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 and said, good job. We all want praise and goodwill and complimentary things. Of course. Of course. I mix that in with blood and guts. There's Mario Mendez. Yeah. He said, Joe, wow, that was real good. Way back. 400 videos ago. I said, there's a guy that come in there and hey, maybe I'll continue and do my 6th video. 400 videos later, I got 700 subscribers. Been blocked, been censored. And we could talk about mob and blood and guts and different stories. But like I said in my other videos, I'm not a one-trick pony. I want to evolve into having guests, doing interviews, and all that kind of stuff. You know, just but the old time gangsters, they will not come and sit on this couch with me. They won't. And I know some colorful people. I'd get like Joe, just don't stop asking, Jojo. Stop asking. I'm not gonna get up there and talk about whatever. They won't do it. They're 75, 78, 80. They won't do it. They won't do it. And if my godfather was alive, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't. He loves me and everything else, but he was still strong later in life. He was a bull. He could have played pro football. And he was recruited. But then he got recruited by the Colombo family. Mo Alley, I'm sick of these guys talking trash. It's all right. Hey, if people ain't talking good or bad about you, then you're doing something wrong. So it's all right. Thank you, Mo Alley, for riding with me. It's all right. If the people troll, it's all good. I love the action. I love the action. I love the action. That don't bother me. That's expected on social media. I know I'm the king like Muhammad Ali. There'll always be peasants. That's the way it is. You have to have dark night with light. It's the yin and yang. You need it. If everything was just good, it would lose its value. You have to have some bad so good is valued more. All right? I give you guys psychology. I give you guys everything. You guys better start supporting me. That's all. You guys better. I think I'll need about 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers. The ratio, analytically speaking, crunching numbers, I'll probably need 3,000 subscribers to probably get 3 donators at that ratio. I don't know. You don't have to send money. Send me some laundry detergent or something. Send me some teeth whitener. Okay? That's all. Please forgive me, folks. I'm a personable guy. That's all. That's my niche. That's my niche, to do a talk show that happens to be about the mob topic. But other than that, I'm a natural. I'm a natural speaker. I taught a class in college to get college credit called Speak with Confidence. 17 years old, 18 years old. I taught a class, business school, Speak with Confidence for college credit. The teacher, I did my speech. We all had to do a speech. And my speech was how to read a racing form. Know your topic, know your subject matter, and then you could talk freely about it. I'm a natural for 42 years, natural. So this is easy, unscripted. Maybe I repeat myself and all that. And I always say, but. That's the way it is. You can't, nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. But now that's going to trip me out. So, yeah, somebody there could be a producer watching, scrolling through YouTube and go, yeah, we're looking for a guy we're looking for a personality, and say, yeah, we can use this guy. I could do a talk show with producers and writers and editors and all that in my sleep. And I could interview guests better than anybody. Just waiting for the world to catch up, folks. You guys have dreams and goals and everything else. Just stay on track. Stay on track. Stay right on track. Gonna be some bumps in the road, but hang in there. What the heck? Don't let the demons and the people, a lot of the people that were in the worst stuff, if they made it out of it, they skyrocketed after that. When you're tested by the fire, as I was, on life support and being and then you come out of it, your perception and your reality change about life. And then you don't mind getting censored and blocked and still forging ahead. You don't mind. I've been down harder, baby. Remember that? I've been down harder, baby. I've been down harder than that. What's getting blocked and censored on YouTube gonna do? Nothing. I've been doing this for 2 years. I was on life support for almost a year. It's cake. And I'm a natural. Smoker, coffee drinker, gambler. I love it all. But Arthur Shawcross, serial killer, he had these beady eyes. These beady eyes. The eyes of a killer. I was telling a guy, I used to joke around up at the club, and then there was a little to-do gathering. And guy I was closer to, we would gamble, and we were more friendly in our relationship. And I used to joke around of how keen I was. And he'd say, Jojo, there's 3 guys over there. Which one's the killer? I said, what? Which one's the killer? And I'd walk by, like, to go to a buffet table or something outside. I'd walk by, hello, how you doing? Hello, walk by. If there was a greet, acknowledgement, friendly, and I'd scan each one of their eyes. And I'd say, I'll bet you 50 I know which one it is, but don't lie. I'd say, it's the middle one, he'd say. I was keen in my perceptions. I could have been right or wrong about a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes, but sometimes you have to have ESP or some extra perceptive mechanism to read, because you say the wrong thing a lot of times, and guys are just nuts. But I was pretty keen on that. Pretty keen. And I knew the guy I could roll in the car, and then even if he thought I rolled him, and when he was drunk in my car, or even a guy like that, which Sam found out, the boss found out afterwards, which he had mixed emotions. He switched, but he was like, if you beat him, you beat him. He's just going to be broke anyways after he loses all his bets gambling, degenerate gambler. Well, good, get some of that money. And I could see he had maybe a longer fuse or that, because I continued to give him rides after that. I still continued to give the guy rides, and he still threw me tips. He just didn't get drunk in my car anymore and have all his money out. You got to read them. Read the people. And then when you got the FBI and rats and informants and all that stuff running around, you got to read these people extra hard. Them guys leveraging themselves, wondering what is what and who's playing both sides of the fence. Just mental blowout, mental burnout, sizzling. There were some guys that just left, didn't cooperate. They say when you get in the mob, you can't leave. Well, there were stories about guys that just left. They went to Louisiana, Tupelo, Mississippi, Florida, some minor, but A lot of wise guys were running around Florida, and wise guys like to gamble, and you could see these people at the track, racetrack, or gambling places. But a lot of people just got out of there, even if they weren't in danger, even if there wasn't any legal issues or there wasn't any issues with the family. Some people just, come on, honey, pack the kids up. We're going to start new over there. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. And believe me, a lot of these guys were pressured by their mothers and spouses. They feared for their lives. You know, they feared for them. They would visit them in prison. They were like, a lot of these guys were smart enough to hold regular jobs, civilian jobs. So, I mean, look what I was doing. I was on the dean's list in every subject known to mankind. I'm running around like a maniac, getting threatened and all that kind of stuff. How stupid could I be? Just had hustle in me, just this innate hustle in me that I don't want a boss telling me, well, hey, Joe, you're going to have to do this. Well, you're going to have to do that, which I did. Dishwashing for $1.90 an hour. I mean, you work 40 hours as a dishwasher my freshman year in college. Your check, you take home $45, $30, you know. Kimmy's here. Hey, Joe, dumb teen I used to hitch rides to Rochester was picked up by Shawcross one night. Portland Avenue. We got somebody right in here, Kimmy, that was picked up by Arthur Shawcross. Was he wearing that snorkel, that green snorkel jacket with the hood, with the fit like Alaska? I used to hitch rides in Rochester. Was picked up by Shawcross one night, Portland. He asked me how much. I said, let me out. Had to jump out, moving out a moving pickup. Creeped out. Wow. Portland Avenue, Lyle Avenue. Wow, I can't remember the streets of Rochester. Yeah, he had them beady eyes. He was looking for his prey at the racetrack. Then he had Lyle Avenue paralyzed, and they had cops walking around as prostitutes, undercover detectives. You get it all here, folks. You get it all here. You could only get that juice here. Thank you, Kimmy. Good to have you in here. Yeah. I hitchhiked to the racetrack on Labor Day doubleheader. I got picked up in a limo by this guy that in the back that was like David Bowie. He looked or whatever. He was playing David Bowie music, and I realized, he had a chauffeur. And I was thinking, I'm young, and I was just thinking, I wasn't that naive. And then I got out or whatever. But yeah, I did some hitchhiking back and forth as a teenager to the racetrack. And yeah, I was trapped in a car with this psychopath, and I knew he was going to get ready to pull a gun on me, and he parked back in this industrial area, and I said, okay, all right, yeah, come on, let's do it. I says, but I got to urinate first, and then he looked, and then I got out. I ran track back then. I got out and I ran in a zigzag. I've done that before. I've had to run in a zigzag, so he'd have to, if he had to go, he'd go like that. I ran out of a stop and go one time when it was being robbed at gunpoint. I was right at the cashier. It was being robbed, and he set his gun down to get the money, and the door's right there near the convenience in that store. I ran a zigzag. Well, crazy. And I'm still here. Thank you, angels. I'm still here. Thank you for adding that, Kimmy. I appreciate it. So, this is the Sunday talk show. We covered a lot of stuff, and the numbers are going up. Uh, and I appreciate it. Um, Support the channel with the notification. Hit the like button. Uh, Tell a friend. There's a guy called the Truth Serum. What you say after that, who knows? He slurps, he smokes, he gets peed off. But, all right. So, is there anything? Hey, BK Cell Crook, how'd you just sneak in there, man? How'd you just sneak in the back door? What? Thank you, BK Cell Crook. What a name, man. These guys got names. I'm the Truth Serum. I tell lies. I'm the Truth Serum? Who am I kidding? Oh, forgive me. I love the action. I love people. What the hell? I don't know what the heck I am anymore. I need therapy. I was a therapist. Now, Joe. Now, listen, Joe. Maybe Mike Franzese could give me some therapy. Maybe he could teach me how to be a better liar. All right. All that bull crap. Well, God bless him. The mob stuff is what it is, but I'm confident. I'm confident that as far as communication and speaking, I'm the best. As far as being a host, I'm the best. Yeah, those were, they called them snorkel jackets. Yeah, back then. Those winter jackets, those winter snorkel jackets. He used to stand. Shawcross used to he used to stand near my mom. BK Selcrook, I heard you talking about Alite. You should ask him to come on your show. Well, yeah, the Parkers. Yeah, exactly. Parker jacket. Well, John Alite, they commented in there way back when somebody commented, whatever video I was doing, and they said, great show, keep it up. And I was thinking, well, maybe that's just an imposter because you don't know who the people come in on my home thing. And it was in there and it said it was like from him, but I don't know because people could just say they're from him or everything. Mikey Scars helped me. Mikey Scars said, keep good show, keep going. And John Alite told me, you're doing good. Continue to build. You do a good show. So forget about him being a gangster. Just goodwill from another person. Just like you guys would say it. I take it like that. I don't put you good well-wishers on different pedestals because some works at an auto shop and somebody was an ex-gangster. I put you all on the same level as being good well-wishers to me. I appreciate BK Cell Crook, the Jets, and Kimmy just as much as John Alite telling me or anybody else telling me. I appreciate everybody on the same level. It's nice to be recognized by somebody in the genre, of course. Mikey Scars, a lot of people don't like him. R.J. Rogers, a great kid. And they said, I don't have any big production. I hold my phone up for applause. I'm not scared. I do it. I'm confident. But it's nice to get that support. Just humanistically speaking, I perceive everybody as equal. God's children. I perceive everybody equal as God's children. Whether you're a corporate president or you're a hobo in the street, I perceive humanity equal. If I get a compliment from anybody in any walk of life, I appreciate it the same. Of course, like I said, it's nice to have RJ Roger, Mikey Scars, and that, that's all. You look like a what? Hey, you don't even know how to spell. You don't know how to spell disaster? F off? Jesus Christ. Get a hold of myself. We got a troller. We got a troller. Disaster is with an I, not an E. FVK, whatever. You don't even know how to spell F off. We got a troller, folks. So I view everybody, even the troller. That's better for my algorithm. Better for my algorithm. You got these guys that are in their mother's basement. They're mad at the world. You need some therapy? Here, buddy. Call the number. Free of charge. Free of charge. So I view everybody different. Like, I mean, like, you just think you have to rate the people, but everybody's could either be a wise guy gangster or anything, and factory worker. And yeah, well, you survived, Kimmy. You survived. You completely survived. Oh, wait a minute. I removed the wrong one. Let me get that mama's boy out of there. I was a mama's boy. You get these clowns in here, and I like anything. Like I said, anything that comes in here, I like it. But like a guy will come on a channel and say, well, with some derogatory stuff. If you know anything about me, see, these are the kind of guys that would throw rocks and then they would run. That's what you get with these guys. They troll. I invite the trollers because that helped my algorithm. Kimmy, send another message to see if you're able to send a message. Just put down yes. We had to get rid of the paper boy. We had to get rid of the poor guy. I could give him some free therapy. Hey, F off. Do you like my brown teeth, pal? You'd see these guys in the street. So you got to view everything in the genre, and like John A. and all them. They were well wishers way back when. I thought they were made up comments by other different people, but he actually said, yeah, continue to build, and he was like, oh, you're just one of the guys from the neighborhood, and that was nice of him, to just be recognized by somebody else in the genre, but as a person too, just as a person. Like you folks come in and say, well, you help out, you interact with me. So that's all good. You can't get that on any other channel. You can't get them. Well, they got Patreon, and then you could ask questions back and forth for money. For money, you could go to their Patreon and rock and roll with your credit card. So I give more and receive less. I receive less. But at the end of the day, I take the initiative to do a show and everything else. It's my prerogative. And if I don't get support or donations, well, that's just the way it is. I'm still gonna rock and roll because I set it up. I set it up to do this, and I gotta live and die on subscribers and likes and views. I'll accept that. Anything else is gravy. So that's fine. That's fine. Stay positive, bro. Let the I just think back. Well, I don't want to say stuff. I don't want to talk like that. It's Sunday, and This guy got his title is FVCKOFF. I mean, who does that? Like, well, who does that? Takes the initiative. He must not have got his papers delivered in time. Hey, BMX is in the house. BMX. We're going to be at 1,000 subscribers before long. And then after 1,000, that's it. My thing is going crazy here. All right. Sometimes we'll get to 1,000. Yeah, sometimes it says my connectivity is screwy. Thank you, Spectrum. Thank you, Spectrum. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. The Jets, 15. BK Sale Crook. Mario Mendez, EB23. Philly Bob, you're not here, but thank you anyways. Mo LE, Michael K, Leon Swan. Thank you, folks. 700 subscribers. The long and winding road. So, we're at 705, 295, the countdown. It's the final count. 295, and we'll have 1,000. And I think I get moved ahead in the algorithm instead of being way back at the caboose. So I think I get moved ahead, and maybe it's a new threshold to be more strategically placed on YouTube. So we might as well do it, 1,000 subscribers. So we'll see. God willing, I can keep going and keep hanging out with you guys. So that's that. It's Sunday, sunshine, maybe 6 weeks left of winter. And that's that. I appreciate everything. There's the Cash App, there's the book. Subscribe, notifications, share, tell a friend, do all that stuff. Any type of support is good. Just hit the like button. That'll work for me. Or subscribe. You get a lot of viewers that don't subscribe. Just click the button. I mean, geez. Come on. It takes... Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't ever give up. The world is a vampire. It wants the blood. No, stay strong. Stay in good, sound mind. And if you need help, go search it out. Search it out. That's the sign of strength. All right. So I'll talk to you guys soon. And I'll come back Monday or Tuesday, and we'll talk some other stuff over, and we'll do it up. Thanks a lot, folks. God bless y'all.